Recording in progress.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Latin show. It's Wednesday evening. My name is Maria. I'm your host for tonight, and I'm really happy to welcome you here again with me. I'm already looking into the questions you're sending in because it's amazing. We have not even started and you're already sending the messages. This is great because I'm trying to get to as many questions of yours as possible. So make sure that you send them in, and not on the comments. I'm not in the comments. You have to send it through the webcast. And so welcome. We are on our Barranquilla tour still. It's Wednesday, so the 7-day tour is just finishing. And we have several clients in the city still doing the 10-day tour and doing the 14-day. Most of the guys are doing the 10-day tour. And so that would be already my first tip, because you're always asking for tips, for recommendations. And I actually interviewed a client on the tour, and he said, Maria, next time I'm going to definitely do the 10-day tour. I said, you just say it, but it's really a good decision, a really good thing to do. So I'm not just saying it. I think the more time you can have while you come in the country, the better. And 7 days, especially when we talk about the tours, it's not a long time. It's better than absolutely nothing. And if you can do only 7 days, definitely go for the 7 days. It's definitely possible. But if you can do more time, then I definitely recommend you doing 10 or 14 days in the country, because it gives you more time. So first thing there. So we're obviously going to talk about our tours, what's going on in general we're talking about. So we're going to about updated COVID restrictions or not. So how can you enter the country? What is right now required? We're going to talk, as I already started a little bit, the Barranquilla tour. The upcoming, we have new footage because, as I said, we're just finishing, started in the middle still, but we finished our socials in Barranquilla last weekend. We had Friday and Saturday evening socials. So that was exciting. I know that lots of you are waiting for that, because I know that lots of you are sitting and waiting and maybe taking the decision, hopefully, to come soon. So I hope I can answer your questions tonight to help you a little bit to take that decision. We're going to talk, what else? We're going to talk about our next tour. Our next tour is in Cartagena on the 31st of March. So if you're right now going to watch this and then you say, okay, I have to go, I think it's enough time that I watch the videos. So I will go. So Cartagena would be the next tour in Colombia where you can go to, 31st of March. And then we have in June, Medellin. And if you say, oh, Barranquilla is my city, then there's in August, the next tour in Barranquilla. Barranquilla actually is, for me, so let's start with the secrets and the tips and the recommendations. So if you ask me, and I'm here in Colombia for a long time already, and I know a lot of the cities and I know a lot of the women. And if you ask me, really, if I would be a man and I would be dating, I would choose Barranquilla or Santa Marta, but probably one of the two cities to actually go and date. So why is that? Why? I think all the offices, all cities are beautiful. In every office, we have beautiful women who are very serious, looking for somebody. But in Barranquilla, the women are not as spoiled as they are in the other cities, because Medellin and Cartagena both are very touristy cities, and the Medellin women are very famous for their beauty, and so they do receive a lot of attention. They do receive a lot of visitors, a lot of foreigners. And why Barranquilla is a little bit the secret gem, it's not as touristy. It is not so many people go there. Usually you skip the city when you go, because it doesn't have to offer too many touristy spots. But it is a really nice city. It's a great city to be. The people are amazing. You can have great shopping, great restaurants, great party. The people from Barranquilla are joyful, outgoing, happy, acogedoras, it's what you say here, like they take you in their heart and say, this is my home, your home is my home is your home, and they never let you go. And this is actually something I love about Colombia. This is why I stayed in Colombia. Not only the people in Barranquilla have that, all Colombians have it, but the people in Barranquilla are very, very nice, really beautiful people. So I loved it. I love the tours in Barranquilla. We have beautiful people meeting right now, and we're going to show you a little bit more about that. So this is Barranquilla. So the tour was a little bit smaller than the tour in Medellin, but actually I like that. And I like all the tours, but all of them one has an advantage, the other one. But I like the smaller tours a little bit more because it's more personal. The matchmaking is even more, it's more personalized to the clients as well. So I think it's beautiful. I think we had a great time. I think the socials went very well. The group was a really nice group. I mean, we're never punctual on a city tour. It was 2 minutes before 10 a.m., also 10 o'clock, the city tour leaves, and 2 minutes before 10 a.m., everybody was there, all the girls, all the translators, everybody, all the guys, and we left actually punctual, so that usually never happens. The same was, I don't know which other, like there were several occasions where we had to meet and everybody, and even the women were on time. So yeah, as I said, Barranquilla is very nice. So the women take it very serious. As I said, they're not as spoiled, so they really appreciate you. I mean, all women appreciate you, but the Barranquilla women still appreciate you more. So yeah, that are just some arguments why Barranquilla, because this is always, what is the difference? Why Barranquilla? So this is where we go with why Barranquilla. So we're going to get some testimonials tonight as well from some of our men who are always so nice and share their experience. I'm really happy. Lots of you guys come through the videos and you pay it back, like also giving interviews and also let yourself film, because I know that is a lot of things you're doing in this week, a lot of emotions, a lot of things going on. And so thank you always for sharing your experience. So we have a couple of men testimonials. We have a couple of new women. I know that you guys love that. And in general, the interviews of the woman, you always ask me, who is she and how can I reach out to her? How can I meet her? So I'm trying to explain a little bit more tonight. How can you reach out to the woman? How can you meet them? Because this is basically one of the main questions. Okay, so but before we go a little bit deeper into the socials, into the Barranquilla tour, what we did, how it was, let me look at your first questions if you're already what you would like to know. Oh yeah, it's you're writing a lot. Hi everybody, this is great. So Eric's thing, I always say Barranquilla is the secret sauce of Colombia. Yes, I agree with you. It's for me, it's a little secret here and a little tip to go. Henry, do people need to get a COVID test on the trip leaving Colombia? Yes. So you don't, so let's start about the COVID and the travel updates. Let's start with that. Travel updates did not really change. Right now, you have to be at least one time vaccinated on a tourist visa to enter the country. If you have any other visa, any residential visa, you don't have to be vaccinated. But if you are having just a tourist visa, then you need just at least one vaccination, and you have to have 14 days after. If you got vaccinated, 14 days if you got vaccinated twice. Here, enough is one time then you need a COVID test. If you're vaccinated twice, then you don't need a test, and you don't need to be vaccinated 3 times. It's not required. So minimum one, and if you have one, you have to do a test. If you are vaccinated twice, but it was less than 14 days, you also need a test. If you're vaccinated, it was more than 14 days ago, then you don't need any test. So that is right now the restrictions. To enter the country, you have to fill in the migration form from Colombia. We will send you the link when you sign up with us, no problem. We will send you a link. We will help you in case you cannot fill it out. It's sometimes a little bit complicated with the English translation. Actually, I'm going to do a separate video about how to fill in the migration form. We're going to upload it here on the channel, so you can just look it up and fill it out. And I think this will help you a lot. And that's basically it. So for entering the country, you don't need anything else, only the immigration form, and to be at least one time vaccinated. And if you go back to the US, you need a antigen test. You don't need a PCR. You can do a PCR, but the antigen is cheaper. And so you need an antigen test to go back to the US less than 24 hours prior to the travel. No worries about it. We deal with that now for over 2 years, and we are very professional setting up COVID tests right now, COVID tests, so you won't have a problem. We test you, we can call the lab and they come to your hotel and they will test you. You get the result back in usually 3 hours via mail. The price is around 35 US, depends in the city, depends on the lab, but more or less 35 US dollars. So it's really not a big deal. And we will take care of the organization of the thing. So while you go back, so you will be fine. So that was Henry's question. Connor is asking, I was wondering how I can get to go on one of your tours. I would go about signing up. I hope that you can guide me through the process. Thank you very much. The girls are very beautiful. Yes, of course, Connor. If you stay with us a little bit longer, or if you stay with me, I will show this to you right away. Let me stay with me a little bit longer because it might be we have background footage right now, so you might not see my screen. You just might hear me talking. So later, I will show you my screen. I will show you how to reach out to the girls, how to sign up for the tour, and how to meet them on a private date, on a tour, and how is the communication possible, because this is one of most of your main questions. So we get there, Conrad. If you stay, I definitely will guide you through the process. And if you still have questions, you see my email here. It's afacolombia7@gmail.com. You can just write me an email. Sorry. You can just write me an email, and then I'm happy to reach out to you and also to explain it. But I try to explain it here even right now for everybody, because this is a very common question. Next question would be, is the itinerary the same for every 10-day tour? Yes, basically, because the first week is where we have a lot of activities. So Thursday, how the tour works, how do the social works. Thursday is usually the arrival day and also the first day of the tour, which means you have unlimited introductions for the whole duration of your tour. So already Thursday is the first day where you can go on dates. So that is why we recommend arriving or Wednesday, a day prior, or Thursday early, so that you can make use of the day, right? So if you arrive, for example, Thursday in the morning, you can still have a lunch date and a dinner date. Or if you arrive Thursday around lunch, you still can have a dinner date on the same Thursday to make use of your time. If you can arrive an evening and a day late prior, that's great. Then you can get settled in, and then we can already start Thursday early with the dates. Friday, we have an orientation meeting. We have that on every tour. And then Friday evening, we have the first social. We have that on every tour. Saturday morning, we have the city tour, also on every tour. Saturday evening, we have the second social on every Latin tour. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, all the activities are optional. So we always offer something, right? So in Barranquilla, we offer the boat trip. We went Sunday on the boat trip. We also offer the pool party, or we do a penthouse party in Cartagena, or we go to Guatapé, or we do dance lessons. So we have different activities depending on the city and depending on the tour. And this is optional for you. You can participate. If you don't want to participate in any of the other activities, you just date, right? We organize the dates for you. We set up private introductions all week. So basically on the social, you make the first connections. So the social is just quick speed dating. It's not that quick. It's a 4 or 5 hour event actually, but the getting to know each person is quite quickly. You have like 2-3 minutes with every person. It's not a lot of time. And then after that social in the week, we're going to set up private dates for you. So, for example, on the social, you meet 100 women, right? I'm just saying, you're meeting 100 women, and from those 100 women, you like 10. So on the social, you knew now from 100, you filtered out, you vetted it out to 10 potential matches, which is great. So with those 10 potential matches, we're going to set up dates, right? So for example, you take a date for Saturday for the city tour, and then you take a date for Sunday for breakfast, and then you have a date Sunday for lunch, and then you go Sunday in the afternoon, for example, on the boat. And Monday, you keep on doing dates, 3 dates. And so until Tuesday, you have met all the 10 women you liked, right? And so then you start repeating dates. That's why I'm saying it's great if you can stay longer, because Wednesday is already the day, and you arrive on Thursday, you leave on Wednesday if you do the 7-day tour. So on Monday, Tuesday, you just start to repeat. If you leave on Wednesday and you were able to repeat 1 or 2 girls, that's great too. You will probably go home with a lot of connections and keep in touch, get to know them more. And if you have the possibility to come back as soon as possible, the better, then you can get more connected and more deeper in the connections. If you can stay longer, you have more time to repeat. You can spend actually more time with the woman you already have a better, more deeper connection with, and you can filter even more. So this is why I recommend also staying on the 10-day tour. But the itinerary is basically the same. Like it doesn't make really a huge difference, but the time you're having and the amount of dates you can have and the time you can spend with the woman is a completely different amount. Okay, do they pick you up at the airport? Yes, Sharon, we pick you up at the airport. Once you sign up, you provide us with your airport, your flight information, and we send you a driver. Yes, we pick you up at the airport. So we bring you to the hotel. In the hotel, you have your room reserved and you get settled. Usually the hotels and the office is very close to each other. In Barranquilla, it's like 3-4 blocks walk or 5 minutes by taxi. I prefer walking because you're actually quicker walking than in the taxi. How successful are the guys who go on the individualized tours? There, it depends. Everybody's different, but individualized tours are also really nice. So we have the group tours, we have the Latin, we have group tours, single group tours. Then we have individual tours where you have like a package where you date a lot, and we have people who date individually, as pay for individual dates. I do see more results still if you pay more individually. Like sometimes if you have, for example, the individual tour with 20 dates in a week, I think that is great. But I think it works really well. But you have to give it time as well to repeat some dates, right? So for example, you could do 7 days of a Latin club. You do 7 days of 3 dates a day, so that gives you 21 dates. And after the 7 days, you stay another week, for example, on your own, and then repeat with the 21 or with the 6, 7 you had a good connection with, and you repeat again, and then you go home. So it is very successful as well. So it doesn't really matter. Everybody's different. There are people who don't like the socials. There are people who like more the individual tour or more the individual introductions. If you do the Latin club 7 days and you do every day 3 dates, that's was my recommendation. I think it works really well, but you have to give it more time to repeat. Or you do the 7-day Latin club and do 4 days of extensive dating, right? And then the last 2 or 3 dates, you start repeating as well a little bit so that you can get deeper in the connection. But all of the programs work. Everybody's a little bit different. Everybody needs a little bit something different. And yeah, and I think the tours are just fun. And especially if you both the individual tour and the group tour, if you have never dated really here, I think you get a lot of help and a lot of support. And you are able to meet a lot of different people, because sometimes you don't know what you want or who you want or what the characteristics are or how are Latin women like. So I think both tour and Latin club are a great opportunity for both. If you ask me personally, what is my favorite, what works best, is the VIP program. So if you ask me there, because you get so much deeper in the matchmaking, you get so much more help in the cultural differences, you get so much more support from us as a team. You get that on the tour, you get that on the individual tour, you get that on the individual introduction as well. But in the VIP, you get much more support from us. And the program is more personalized, and I do see, and it's longer. You have 2 months of matchmaking, and basically it's the price of 2 tours. So I highly recommend you looking into the VIP program. I always say that every Latin show that I'm going to do a whole show just about the VIP to talk more about it or more information, but we always have the tours coming and the socials. But if you ask me personally, I think the VIP program is the most successful. But the tours are really successful too, because you just saw last tour, we had an engagement, we had just letters can work very well too. We had just last Medellin, you remember the last Latin show we had an engagement through the letters. We have this tour already in Barranquilla right now, 2 couples, 2 guys who don't go on any more dates, and it's just Wednesday, you know? And so as I'm saying, everybody's different, everybody needs a different thing, and all of them can work. So it is just a matter of trying, coming here, taking the decision. This is, I think, the most important, that most of you guys don't take the decision to fly here. So let's start about flying. I looked a little bit. Eric Lee is here with me tonight. Eric, I love that. Hi again. And Eric also sent again the updated flight prices, because you guys are always asking about the flights. So Eric said, just now check the flights with Spirit for upcoming AFA Latin tours. Very cheap if you book now. Remember, always book directly with the airline. Yes, I do agree with you totally, because lots of you go through search engines, and that's totally fine. But go directly to the airline, you will save, and you always will see if it's actually available, because the agency, they sometimes show you just something and then it's not there anymore. So if you book through the airline, it's cheaper. And if you have a problem, you can also directly complain with the airline. Results are below. Other airlines have similar pricing flights. So this is Spirit now during the upcoming AFA. So American Airlines, the other airlines, it's usually quite cheap to go to Colombia. Round trip from Cleveland to March 27 to Cartagena. So our next tour in Cartagena is on the 31st. So 27 to Cartagena, Cartagena, $253 to March 31st. Okay, 250 round trip, and then Medellin 215 and June 9th. We also have the prices here for Costa Rica and for Peru. Peru 245, Costa Rica 253. So yeah, everything around $250. Medellin even less, 210, 215. So yeah, prices are great. You can go back and forth this is from Cleveland now. You can go from Miami. There are different connections, and it's actually quite cheap and quick. So yeah, COVID test you don't need if you're vaccinated twice. So you just hop on the plane, you fill in this migration form 1 day prior, and then you are here. If you need an airport pickup and you're not on the tour, obviously we can help you. If you need a driver in general, we can help you. If you need another recommendation of something, we can help you. We are here, we're in the country, we know the things, so that's why we're here to help you, okay? So let's see the next questions you guys are asking. Ricardo, I always look forward to these lives. Oh, that's great. I'm happy that you like them. And Mark, my question is how we make contact with a woman we are interested in. This is after we exchanged a few letters. It was not quite clear. Is there a fee, or is it only have the woman to sign the consent form? Thank you, and thanks for putting up the webcast. You're welcome, Mark. So I will talk about how you get to know how you can make contact with a woman after you're interested in. If you exchange a couple of letters, you can pay for her direct contact information. I would always recommend you coming here and meeting her and letting you help you a little bit there, because sometimes if you have a direct communication can be great, but can sometimes be not leading to anything. And so, but I will talk about how you can get in touch with them there. The easiest for me is that you meet them, that you come to the country, that you can get to know her culture, that you can get her surroundings, her friends, her family, her house, how she lives, her job, what she does. I think this is the easiest. If you just have communication via the phone or even via the letters, I think at some point it is not enough. You definitely have to go. Okay, next questions. Let me see, and then we get a little bit into, CJ Savage is asking to enter Colombia, have to be vaccinated now. Yeah, since December, unfortunately, if you have not a resident visa, you have to be at least be 1 time vaccinated. If you're 1 time vaccinated, you can do a test 72 hours prior, and then you can enter the country. But minimum 1 time you have to be, unfortunately, vaccinated right now. But I think it will change soon. Hold on, the ones who have not been vaccinated, who think about it and want to travel. This will not take forever. In the last 2 years, we have seen that all things change all the time. I mean, 1 week, it's that thing, 2 months later, it's another thing. I mean, we were a couple of months completely closed. Then we opened up completely. So just don't get like too deep into it. Just plan for a little bit more time ahead in the end of the year. I do think things will lift up and will relax a little bit. We see all over the world that restrictions are lifting. Lots of European countries are lifting restrictions. A lot of travel destinations are lifting restrictions because they do see that it does affect, and it does affect the economy, it does affect tourism. So we will see. I don't think it will be forever. So just hold on a little bit. And I think at the end of the year, I don't know, maybe even in a couple of months, we never know. As I said, it can be in just in a couple of weeks and everything can be different. So I will update you every 2 weeks. I do this here, and I will update you how it goes. Anyway, there are other types of visa. You can invest in property. You can be, if you pensionated, or there are different types of visas. So in case you are interested in not only a tourist visa, if not only in another visa, we can look into that too. Okay, Pete, I'm on my way to Medellin right now. This is amazing. Hi, that's great. I'm Los Angeles Airport waiting for my next flight. I can get these girls, no problem. invest yourself first. invest in yourself first. Okay, Pete, that's great that you're going to Colombia, to Medellin. Have a great flight. I hope you have a safe flight home. Home to Colombia, home to us, or safe flight to us. And then, come by the office. We just moved our Medellin office. This is also very important. We will update you with the address. So come by the office, and then we're happy to help you. Matt, when I get to Colombia, Maria, I want to go on the tour you host. That's amazing, Matt. I'm hosting all of the tours still. So any tour you're signing up, I will be there. So just come. Okay. How many events are there in Colombia? We have, I think, 8 tours this year. This year, every tour has 2 events, so around 16 in the whole year. And usually we have every city 2 or 3 tours. So Barranquilla, I think we have all offices. No, not all offices. Cartagena is coming next month. Okay, we had Medellin now, we have Barranquilla, Cartagena is coming next month. And then we're having the next one in June, Medellin. And then we're having in August, Barranquilla, and then we're having in November Cartagena again. So we have, I think, another 4 or 5 tours to go this year. Okay. When did the Colombian government change the policy on being vaccinated? They changed it, I think, on the 14th of December, so already 2 months ago. But I updated you, I think, in the last couple of shows. So yeah, at least once you have to be vaccinated, unfortunately. Harvey, I applied for the K1 visa for my fiance who I met last year in Barranquilla. I did not know about your tour when I went to Barranquilla, but it looks like a great program. Sign up, you guys. Harvey, that's great. That's great that you signed up. That's great for the K1 visa. I wish you all the best with your fiance, and I hope you get it really quickly. Right now, the visa takes about a year. This can be a little bit more. Pandemic did not help too much with it, but the good thing is the fiance visa, once you start with it, is quite sure to get it. So it takes time, but you will get it. So we can talk about the process after the tours, if you met and everything, also a little bit more about in the next shows. But if you want, we can go a little bit ahead and with our first testimonials, and then I get back to more questions of yours. And we have a little bit more things to talk about. We have a couple of guys who gave us a testimonials. We have 3 beautiful women. One is brand new. She's not yet on the website. And 2 also new women. And one a little bit new. The other one is a little bit, I think, 2 years with us already. And yeah, but let's start with some of our testimonials from our men who went to the social in Barranquilla. We have Dave, we have Danny, and then we have Patrick. And yeah, I will give you a little bit updates about Patrick after that. But let's stay with Dave at the socials, and I hope you enjoy it.
Dave and I am here now after dancing a lot.
Out.
Dave, you did amazing. Like, you did really, I mean, it was just amazing. So
thank you.
How is it? Now you're sweating.
I'm sweating, and well, I tell you, come down here, you better be prepared, because they're gonna dance your shoes off.
Dave was like dancing with 8 women at the same time. Like, everybody was around Dave. Like, wow, where's Dave?
Oh.
So you're having fun.
Having fun.
Yeah.
This is great.
But really,
is.
you're losing. That's the thing. Like, you go with it.
You get to eat and lose weight at the same time.
Same thing. You won the dance contest.
Yeah.
You did win.
Had a good partner.
Definitely, but you're a good dancer, so that's great.
Thank you, gracias.
And so, how is everything? How's the social?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Great women. I mean, you can't ask for a better setting, and I mean, it's fun. It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
You want to have enjoyment. You want to get a lot of attention. Come to a social, because you're definitely going to get the attention and the compliments. I think I've been married like 7 times tonight.
Oh, really? What did they say?
First time I went there, it's like the girls were already like, "Oh, he's mine. I'm married."
Oh, that's nice. Did you ask? No, you did not. But okay. But that's a good problem to have, to get 7 times married in one night.
Yeah. And I have a great translator.
Yes.
I gotta pull my translator in here.
Danny, come on here.
Danny. I want to call my translator.
Yeah, Danny is a great translator, and Dave is so happy with her, so that we want to present Danny as well.
This is my agency wife.
Your agency wife, brave number 8, I would say, because he has like 7 others.
Okay.
But you're the one from the agency.
Yeah, I am the one from the agency.
This is important.
Yeah, it's just for these 2 days. I told the ladies, don't be jealous. It's just for 2 days. He's gonna be your man because he's the best.
Exactly. Oh, look. Wow. So you two as well as translator, and you two connected very well from day one, right? And you have a good time together, so this is good.
The friends you make. You
make
really
friends.
make some great friends
Yes.
here, and we're going to keep in touch. And the guys I've met, some great group of guys, and it's just fun. All
Yeah, the
camaraderie.
guys are really nice too. Like, it's a nice group. Everybody gets along really well, so it's really nice.
I mean, we're all here for the same thing. We're all here to enjoy ourselves, fun,
Yeah.
and we're looking for that special girl.
Yeah. And Danny, how did you feel the evening? And do you think, how does it work? Does it work?
Yeah, it really works. And Dave has met amazing girls, and they have met him. And I mean, this is an amazing evening, and I think everyone should be here trying out. You can meet a lot of beautiful ladies with beautiful feelings and heart.
Yes. That's the thing. There's so many girls that is like, I'm always the type person. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
You know, and it can be difficult because you can go on quite a few dates, and
Yeah,
you
it's
try
not
to
easy.
narrow it down.
Yeah, and it's not easy because you have to say sometimes no to somebody, and you know they like you all. But it is sometimes life, you know, you cannot be with everybody. You cannot marry 8 times, so you have to find only one, unfortunately.
And I invited a couple of girls that were actually at the social tonight, so that was nice.
So they came, good?
Which is nice.
Yeah.
Enjoy the setting, enjoy the weather. It's real nice. If you're up in the cold, you need to come down here where it's 85, 88 degrees.
Yes,
So,
yes, definitely.
Bye.
Bye. Good place to spend the winter, definitely, and to sweat. So we're going to acclimate a little bit more. We have to drink and sit down a little bit, relax. There was a lot of dancing. So bye for maybe now, we will see, and greetings. Bye. Thank you, Dave. Good evening from Barranquilla. It's Friday evening. Wow, Friday evening, our first social. Already talked a lot today. I'm here with Danny tonight, and I just wanted to ask Danny how he's doing. How was your social? How is the social? How is everything?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. It just happened so quickly. There's so many amazing, beautiful women here, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Except for the dancing. I didn't do very good with the dancing.
But you did it, so that is important. That doesn't matter. The important is that you participate. That is the most important. So, and the girls love it. So, they do. And so, first social for you ever?
First ever.
Okay. Did you imagine it like that?
No. I feel like a king. I feel spoiled. You know?
You feel like a rock star. It's really like you come in.
I feel like a rock star, exactly, yeah.
But it's a nice feeling, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great feeling. I don't want it to end.
Tomorrow we have another one, so this is good. So we have another hour to go, and then we have tomorrow more, and you have another week to go. So we're just starting. Did you see somebody you like, or did you like some woman you're attracted to?
It's hard. I fell in love like 100 times. I don't know. It's very difficult, but I mean, it's a good difficult, right?
It's a good problem to have.
They're very charming, very intelligent, very beautiful women,
And would you say the women are professional? Do they have jobs? What do you see? You talk to them. I didn't talk to them. What do you say?
they seem like in their early years, they're very determined to get their career going, and then as they get a little bit older, they want to have a family, and yeah, they just seem, just very charismatic and wonderful.
Good. So that's good. Lots of
family oriented. I noticed that too. They love to be with their families, and they most of them want kids or have kids. So, yeah.
So you think there's somebody like that's what you're looking for?
Yes. There's a lot of them here that I'm looking for.
Okay, perfect. That's good. So now it's the vain time to figure out who, but that is we're going step by step. And tomorrow you have the city tour, so you have already a date, I think.
Yes, I do.
So yeah, I think so too. I think you have already a date. Okay, I don't want to steal more time from you, Danny, so I hope you have a good evening, and I hope to see you tomorrow, the day after. Enjoy a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
and the guys, I mean, it was just beautiful. You saw Dave, who got married 7 times already in one night, and Danny, who fell in love like 100 times in an evening, and then we had Patrick, who you already saw on the excursion with Anna, and actually they got, as you see, not engaged, but they did the first step into the right direction, moving forward, saying, hey, I'm with you, you will be with me, we're starting a relationship, we're dating only each other, and we're going to remove her, obviously, very, very soon, tomorrow, going to send the email, and yeah, they just got the good news today. Patrick is actually right now, I was just texting with him on his way back home. He was at the airport still, and I think in Miami going back home. And yeah, he was a 7-day tour client. He was a 7-day tour client, and you see it can work. After a week, you can make the connection. They actually had the boat trip. They went on the first social. I think they also went on the city tour. They repeated the date afterwards. He every day went out with her, and also with other women, but with her. And yeah, and now they're moving forward. And he's not the only one. We have another couple who just met on this tour. He decided since Monday not to date anybody more and ask her on Valentine's Day. It was actually really cute. On Valentine's Day, he asked her to be his girlfriend, to be with her, and he got her a very cute presents, and yeah, they started the relationship. So definitely, if you ask if it's possible, that's real. If it works, it can work for you. It is possible. You see the woman, and the woman in Barranquilla, I don't know, it is for me always very special because the women are very serious, most of them. Like they really appreciate you, they really want to be with you, and that's what he says. Like when Dave said I got married like seven times, it's because the women are like really showing their interest. And I always hear from you guys that it's not a normal thing in the countries you live in, that sometimes you don't get approached, or not even get approached, because the Colombian woman will not really approach you. But once you sit on the table and you are there, it's like you're getting friends. It's very easy to become friends with them, and they're very open-minded. They're very, what they said, charismatic. They love to smile. They love to have a good time. I don't know if you already see something of our dancing videos, not only dancing, the guys dancing. I mean, Dave won the contest, but we had on Saturday a live music, and so the whole room was just dancing. And Barranquilla, we always have so much fun. So it is definitely an amazing experience, and it is a beautiful vacation you're going to have. Even if you're not meeting anybody, you're just getting to know more about the culture, more about the woman, which is very difficult, not to meet anybody and not to have a connection with anybody if you go on the tours, because it is, if you have seen our tours, that's why you see always such a big amount of women. It is a numbers game. That's why you invite so many, so that you can make so many connections. And we are here to help you in the process of who you have the connection with, where you have to be careful with, where can we help you, what is the cultural difference, what do you have to do with the Colombian woman. I do the orientation meeting the men sometimes, because I say, hey, you have to be very attentive now. You're now dating a Latin woman. What does it mean? Yeah, you have to write like 3 times a day. 3 times, I said, so 5 times a day. 5 times a day. But this is something very different. So yeah, it's very different culture. The woman expects you to be attentive, to show your interest, to tell them that you like them, to actually do all those things you sometimes are afraid to do or not doing anymore. Here they really want that. So yeah. So let's see what more of your questions are, and then we go a little bit about our new woman. I know you're waiting for that. And then I will explain you a little bit how to meet those women and how to reach out to those women. If you saw those now and you think about signing up the tour, Cartagena is the next one, and Cartagena will be beautiful. Cartagena is a lot of fun. It will be a big tour. You have seen our November tour. It was really, really nice, and we have so many new profiles in Cartagena. If you do the search, I will tell you just a little bit how to do the search. Sorry, I'm repeating here, but if you do the search, you can look at our new profiles from Cartagena. Very attractive, very nice, and the whole stuff, the city, the island trips, it's just, Cartagena is just a beautiful experience. So you will love that. And let me get into your questions. So Debola is asking, I'm American growing up, but of Latino heritage and speak Spanish. Would these social cater to someone like me, or the women strictly looking for foreigners that are not Latinos? Not at all, Debola. The women are looking for a nice man. Doesn't matter where you're from, right? So, and sometimes being from a Latin culture and having also a different culture where you live in helps, because you understand the culture. And if you can speak the language, obviously that is always good. We have on our socials, we have had also men from Colombia, for example, serious men who saying, I really want to meet a serious, nice woman, and they came to a social in Colombia. They paid the US dollars price, and even in Colombia to be part of our service. We have people from Peru. We have often clients from Mexico, often who are looking for somebody in Colombia. And so if you have Latino heritage, on the contrary, I think you will be having a good time, and you know what you're going to, and you know the culture, so it will be easier for you. So definitely the women are open. They're open to meet any man who really likes them and treats them well and give them an emotional and financial stability, I would say. I think this is what they want, somebody who want to get married. That is one of the most complaints about the Colombian woman, that the men here don't get married. That they have you as a woman, you get a child with him, but they don't really put like the relationship, the family in a, not everybody, there are lots of Colombian men who are married, but it's one of our biggest complaints of our single women, that it's difficult to find a man who really does the step. So if you are serious and finding and wanting a serious woman and doing the step, there will be plenty of women you can meet who are looking for the same. Chris, these guys are dressed to impress. Good job, guys. Yeah, the guys did dress really well. You looked really nice. And if you can do that, believe me, especially in Colombia or Latin America, the women love that. I mean, you see the women, they dress up very well as well. They are very sexy, but they're very also elegant. And so if you can dress up, believe me, you make a good impression. They love that. Doesn't have to be a suit. Doesn't have to be but just put some energy on that, definitely. Okay, let's see. The two prices includes hotel accommodations. Yes, the two prices include hotel accommodations, and we usually have a hotel we use. If you want to use another hotel, let us know, then we can arrange that, and no problem. But usually our hotels are really nice. So yeah, so we arrange the hotel, it's included. And so let's get into the women, because we have a couple of girls I'll be interviewed, and I have a little bit more what I would like to show you, because then I can help you a little bit more how to meet those women. So let's start. We have three really beautiful women. One is Anna, that's the first one. She's brand new, so she has not an ID yet, so please stay patient. She should be coming up or this week or next week, probably next week, if not latest in 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks you should latest have an ID, but you can already hear her. Once her profile is up, you can reach out to her and come here and meet her, obviously, as well. Then we have Maria, her ID is 197280, 197280, and then we have Elsa, 206499, very beautiful, young, nice, serious woman, professional, looking for somebody. So we show you Ana Maria and Elsa.
Primer evento de este 2022, quiero presentarle en esta oportunidad a nuestra bella afiliada. Ana, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenida.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mucho gusto, muchas gracias.
Ana se está iniciando con nosotros en la agencia. Cuéntame cómo ha sido tu experiencia, Ana.
Bueno, ha sido maravillosa, me han explicado muy bien todos los procesos, los pasos, el primer evento al que asisto, realmente me parece maravilloso. Las personas que he conocido aquí hasta el momento, empezando por tu persona, muy queridísimo, entonces pues nada.
Qué bueno, ¿y cuáles son tus expectativas para esta noche?
Bueno, primero que todo me encantaría pues conocer cómo es el proceso, conocer cómo se maneja, conocer a las personas que asisten, a los caballeros, que me han comentado que son bastante caballerosos, bastante amables, entonces pues bueno, La idea es conocer.
Claro, además que ellos también llegan como un poquito nerviositos, con muchas expectativas igualmente, pero bueno, para eso estamos aquí, para orientarlos a todos un poco y que se sientan en confianza y con todo el apoyo del personal de A Foreign Affair. Gracias por confiar en nosotros. Bueno, Ana, y cuéntanos un poquito, tú, ¿cómo tienes pensado esa pareja ideal? ¿Cuáles son los valores que estás buscando en ese caballero?
Ok, bueno, me encantaría conocer un hombre que sea bastante caballeroso, responsable, honesto, alegre, que le encante bailar, cantar, disfrutar la vida, vivir al límite, pero sin salirnos de pronto de los esquemas. Sería genial, ¿cierto? Sería genial encontrar a alguien así hoy.
Oye, pero tienes muy bonita energía. De verdad, se ve que eres una persona bastante dinámica, bastante alegre.
Sí, realmente sí. Siento que soy como muy barranquillera, muy costeña.
Bueno, ¿y te gustaría irte a vivir fuera de Colombia? ¿Te gustaría quedarte acá si llegas a encontrar ese amor del extranjero?
Sería estupendo, pero podríamos viajar, conocer muchos países, ciudades, o sea, podemos ser nómadas, no necesariamente tenemos que quedarnos en un solo lugar.
Qué bueno. ¿Y tienes hijos o tienes proyectado tener?
Posiblemente podemos tener a futuro, pero por el momento no tengo y posiblemente más adelante.
Súper. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
27.
27. ¿Y qué profesión tienes? ¿Qué haces? ¿Estudias? ¿Trabajas?
Soy comunicadora social, tengo una empresa de redes sociales, de marketing, con influenciadores, manejo de branding, desarrollo de marca.
Qué buena emprendedora entonces. ¿Te gustan más las ciudades frías, cálidas para vivir? ¿Tipo Barranquilla? ¿Te gustaría mudarte hacia algo tipo montaña? ¿Cuál es tu mejor aventura?
Bueno, sabes que me encanta, o sea, soy costeña, me encanta la playa, la amo, pero me encanta la montaña también. Viví un tiempo en Bogotá y sentí que era como mi mood especial estar ahí, pero necesitaba también estar en la playa, entonces puedo estar en los dos. Amo, me encanta.
Bueno, eres bastante dinámica y bastante flexible y eso es sumamente importante porque no te cierras pues a esos nuevos mundos que puedas explorar. Qué maravilloso, Ana. Esperamos que esta noche te vaya súper genial, que con esa vibra puedas contagiar y puedas captar la atención de un caballero interesante. De verdad que sí, te deseamos muchos éxitos hoy, así que por favor dile a esos caballeros que te están viendo en este momento que Ana está aquí, que es barranquillera, que tiene sabor y que la...
Hola a todos, los estoy esperando, quiero conocerlos, así que hoy va a ser el día.
Bueno, maravilloso. Chao, chao, gracias.
Barranquilla, estamos con María Isabel, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, súper bien, muchas gracias.
Un gusto saludarte, bueno, 610-19-7280, ya saben si la quieren contactar, ese es su ID. María es una chica súper hermosa, bueno, creo que tiene 2 años inscrita y bueno, es un perfil súper chévere, es atlética, le encanta ir al gimnasio, le encanta bailar. Cuéntame tú, Mari, ¿qué es lo que más te apasiona?
Bueno, te cuento que yo soy una persona súper espontánea, me encanta bailar, me encanta entrenar, me cuido mucho con la comida, soy ingeniera, también trabajo, tengo como esa doble faceta, me encanta ser súper responsable, pero también me gusta disfrutar y ser feliz, porque de eso se trata la vida, de ser feliz.
Eso que tú has dicho es muy importante, Mari. Y, por ejemplo, ¿te gusta viajar? ¿A dónde te gusta ir? ¿Te gusta el mar? ¿Te gusta más como un poquito las aventuras? ¿Qué te gusta hacer?
Te cuento que soy bastante multifacética porque me encanta el mar. No sé nadar, quisiera aprender, eso es uno de los propósitos de este año, pero también me encanta acampar, me gusta todo lo que tenga que ver con la naturaleza, con desconectarte porque lo necesitas para estar contigo misma, para tener momentos de privacidad sin la bulla de la ciudad, pero también disfruto de ir a bailar, de compartir con amigos, de ir a cenar. Entonces soy como de ambos lados.
Una chica aventurera, mejor dicho. Cuéntame un poquito, ¿sabes inglés? ¿Estás aprendiendo? ¿Cómo va esa cuestión con el idioma?
Me desenvuelvo bastante bien, puedo sostener conversaciones, tengo muy buen listening. De pronto al momento de hablar, antes no era tan fluido, pero he ido practicando, me encanta escuchar música en inglés y eso me ha ido ayudando a desarrollar el inglés. Y no he estudiado como tal, solo lo del colegio, pero ahí nos defendemos súper bien.
No, maravilloso, Mari. Bueno, ¿vives con tu hermana? ¿Vives con tu mami? ¿Eres familiar? Cuéntanos un poquito esa parte.
Sí, bueno, desafortunadamente el año pasado el COVID tocó mi casa y es algo que cuento porque es una realidad y hay que cuidarnos y todo esto. Y me quedé solo con mi mamá y mi hermana. Y a partir de ese momento, si de pronto antes era una persona familiar, eso te enseña a valorar mucho más a tu familia, a no dejar para después las cosas que tienen que ver con tus papás, con tus hermanas, que al final de cuentas son los únicos que van a permanecer contigo, pase lo que pase.
Así es, eso que tú has dicho es muy importante. Y bueno, ya que estamos hablando un poquito de la familia, cuéntanos si te gustaría tener hijos, cómo te ves en 5 años proyectada.
Definitivamente sí, formar una familia siempre es un sueño. Primero porque para mi mamá sería muy grato, solo somos 2. entonces habría que agrandar la familia, ya mi papá no está, entonces obviamente a eso ya le generaría una felicidad inmensa. Y yo me quiero casar, sueño con casarme de blanco. Bueno, sí, me da hasta...
Eso con lo que soñamos, mejor dicho, todas las mujeres. Ay, Dios mío. Bueno, cuéntame, ¿te gustan los animales, los perritos, los gaticos?
Tengo una mascota. Llegó a nuestra vida, a nuestra casa de manera imprevista porque perdimos un ser querido y era de ella y la adoptamos y se ha convertido pues en una persona más en la familia. Nosotros creemos que ella nos escucha, que podemos hablarle y ella está súper atenta con nosotros, entonces sí, me encantan los animales. También tengo 2 loros en mi casa, bueno, son de mi mamá, pero el único nombre que se aprendieron fue el mío. Lo único que dicen es Isabela, entonces no sé.
Mi Mari, ¿cómo te describes tú como persona? ¿Cuál es tu característica más importante?
Soy una persona real, soy una persona que demuestra quién es desde el primer momento. No me gustan las mentiras, soy súper espontánea y te pregunto, no me importa de pronto si sientes que es demasiado rápido. Yo creo que es importante hacer las preguntas adecuadas en el tiempo que lo sientes porque ahí ya sabes qué va a pasar.
No, eso es muy importante, Mari. Y en ese hombre de tus sueños, ese chico ideal, ¿cómo lo buscas? ¿Qué piensas? ¿Cómo lo quieres? ¿Aventurero, que le guste el deporte o tú le enseñas?
Bueno, definitivamente en el camino se aprenden muchas cosas, pero primero que sea caballeroso, muy caballeroso. Y cuando hablo de caballerosidad hablo de estar, no importa con qué, pero estar así esté lejos, pero que se sienta. Segundo, que sea muy respetuoso y trabajador, porque yo soy una mujer independiente, desde pequeñita trabajo, desde que estoy en el colegio trabajo, y pues nunca he pensado en que me mantenga o en que me den dinero, pero sí trabajar en conjunto para alcanzar sueños.
Las metas, claro. Bueno, mi Mari, un gusto tenerte hoy con nosotros en este evento. Esperamos que pronto aparezca ese hombre de tus sueños. Ya saben, chicos, si quieren conocer a Mari, aquí está una chica encantadora. Su ID es 197280. Si le quieren enviar una carta, hacer una videollamada, aquí está esta bella mujer para ustedes. Chao, chao.
Chao.
Estamos aquí en nuestra segunda noche de evento con Elsa. Su ID es 206499 y bueno, queremos que ella misma se presente.
Hello, I'm Elsa.
Oh, you speak English.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm Elsa. I'm 25 years old. I'm living in Barranquilla. I love the people. Okay, the men. There's love, trust.
Yeah, start. You go good.
Okay, gracias.
Continue.
Okay, soy estudiante de negocios internacionales y también trabajo en una empresa familiar acá en Barranquilla. Me gustan los hombres sinceros, amorosos, cariñosos, dedicados, comprometidos y estoy en busca de una persona así, que se comprometa, que sea aventurero, que le guste la familia porque soy alguien súper familiar y que esté dispuesto a hacer una familia pues conmigo.
Ok, Elsa, bueno, cuéntanos qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre. Ya Elsa nos contó mucho de las características del hombre que quiere compartir su vida, pero cuéntanos más acerca de ti. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre?
Bueno, me gusta mucho leer, hacer un poco de deporte. No soy tan deportista, pero me gusta hacer deporte como correr o trotar. También me gusta mucho ver películas, sobre todo de acción y todo lo que tiene que ver con marines o policías norteamericanos. No sé, me llama mucho la atención eso.
O sea, ¿te gusta mucho Hollywood?
Sí, la verdad sí.
Es una fan de Hollywood.
Y también alguna vez ser una estrella de Hollywood.
Sí, ella tiene ganas de ser una estrella de Hollywood. Elsa, cuéntanos más acerca de ti. ¿Tienes hijos? ¿Quieres tener hijos en el futuro? Cuéntanos, ¿quieres una familia grande o una pequeña? Háblanos acerca de ti.
Sí, tengo una niña de 8 años y quiero tener más hijos, unos 3 o 4 quizá. Quiero tener la casa llena de muchos hijos porque me considero una persona muy familiar y que a mi esposo también le guste mucho tenerlos, estar con ellos encima, llevarlos, organizarles cumpleaños, comprar el pastel, acompañarme a donde mi familia, que no le dé miedo esos riesgos de hacer una familia súper grande.
Elsa, ¿te interesaría seguir viviendo aquí o tendrías algún inconveniente con mudarte a Estados Unidos? O sea, ¿dónde te ves?
Si estoy enamorada, me veo en el lugar donde esté la persona a la que quiero, sea aquí en Colombia, sea aquí en otra ciudad que no sea Barranquilla, sea en Estados Unidos, sea en China, sea en Japón, sea donde sea, yo me mudaría, no hay ningún inconveniente.
Bueno, Elsa, si sienten que Elsa es esa persona, no duden más en enviarle una carta, un regalo, porque de verdad es una de nuestras chicas maravillosas y les recuerdo su ID. El ID de Elsa es 206499. Que tengas una increíble noche, que disfrutes el social y bueno, un saludo para todos.
Guys, you just saw three of our lovely ladies, and they're beautiful. You just saw them. Anna is very new, a very new profile. So Anna, you cannot contact yet. I will show you just in a bit how to get to reach out to those girls, how to meet them, because this is the main question once you saw the interviews. If you want to meet Anna, the easiest, I think, is you write me an email with afacolombia7@gmail.com. I will try to get back as soon as possible to you. Sometimes I ask you to keep a little bit patience, because I know you're writing a lot of emails. Sometimes it takes me a while to get back to you, because between being on the Medellin tour, coming back, organizing everything, organized the Barranquilla tour, we're still in the middle of the Barranquilla tour doing this webcast here. We're trying to do the lives. We're trying a lot of things to get you guys into that here, but sometimes it takes us a little bit to get back to you, but I'm trying to get to all of your emails. And I know that the phone number you see here is our main phone number in Phoenix. My extension, I have to check back one more time. I think it's 118, but if not, you can reach out to Michelle. You can talk to Brianna. Kirk is here in the chat as well, always replying. So we're trying to get back to you as soon as possible, all of your replies and requests. And so we're making that sure. If you're calling, please leave us a voice message. Sometimes if you just call and don't leave a message, we usually leave us the number on the message. Keep in mind, we're working in Phoenix time, Arizona, which is from 9 to 5 there, and we work from Monday to Friday. So if you write on Saturday, on Sunday, you get an answer, but on Monday, Tuesday, not on the weekend probably. So sometimes you guys think we are not replying to you. We always reply. We always get back to you. Sometimes it takes us a little bit longer. If you don't get a reply, write me again, write us again. Sometimes I have, as I said, if I'm on the social, if I'm somewhere, sometimes the email stays behind. We also have problems with the spam right now. Sometimes, look, if you get replies from us, if they land in your spam folder, because Gmail made a lot of adjustments ultimately. So yeah, we're trying to get back to you as soon as possible. So please don't stop reaching out. We are trying to help everybody of you. And just to get a little bit deeper into how does it work, you're sending so many questions, and Dawn is saying, hi Maria, I'm 53 years old. What are my chances to marry a 30-year-old Barranquilla lady who wants to come to the USA and to start a family? Dawn, if I would tell you that your chances are perfect and that you don't have to worry, I probably will not believe me, but most of our clients who were on that tour were 50 something. We had a couple of 40. We also have clients who are 30, 20 something, but we had on this Barranquilla tour, just on this tour, as you're asking me, most of the guys were 50 something. And lots of them are looking for women between the 30 and 40s because they want to start a family. So definitely you have a good opportunity to start a family, and the women are open to the age range. So and especially in Barranquilla, in general, the moment you see that you're serious. James is asking if you have to be a successful man. James, successful depends what you determine successful. I think success, you can define a lot of things, and it's not money-wise. The women are not looking for a successful man. The women are looking for a nice man. They're looking for a man who's emotionally stable. They're looking for somebody also who offers a financial stability. That's not, but financial stable for a Colombian woman is very different to a woman from another country. Here, just to give you like a idea, a normal wage per month is around $300, $400, maximum $500. So if you're making $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month, $2,000 a month, you are a successful man here. And so yeah, I think success you can define very, very differently. So yeah, you don't have to have a lot of money, if that is your question. So you don't have to have a lot of money. If you have your intentions clear, if you know what you want, if you're a good man, you will be successful. What are the biggest mistakes? So let's get into the next thing. And the next Latin show, I will write down this is a really good question. What are the biggest mistakes? There are quite a lot of biggest mistakes. So we can go a little bit next time in the biggest mistakes and the difficulties in dating in general. So I write this down right now here because this is a really good topic to talk about. And Sushi is saying, I went on Discover 8 tour to Cartagena 20 years ago. It was great, had the time of my life. So yeah, we do that for a long time already. So you see it's working already for over 20 years. So, but we are nearly at the end of the show, but I want to give you a quick overview how it is possible to reach out to the woman, how you can meet the woman. Somebody here, if you have any additional questions about the tours, about the services, about how to reach out to the girl, let us know. We are happy. And yeah, thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for always participating so much, sending to so many questions, and giving us so much compliments as well. Thank you for doing this. And I see you in 2 weeks. Have a really good evening. Bye bye from Colombia.
Hola, muy buenas noches desde la bella ciudad de Barranquilla, nuestro primer evento de este 2022. Quiero presentarle en esta oportunidad a nuestra bella afiliada. Ana, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenida.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mucho gusto, muchas gracias.
Ana se está iniciando con nosotros en la agencia. Cuéntame cómo ha sido tu experiencia, Ana.
Bueno, ha sido maravillosa, me han explicado muy bien todos los procesos, los pasos, el primer evento al que asisto, realmente me parece maravilloso. Las personas que he conocido aquí hasta el momento, empezando por tu persona, muy queridísimo, entonces pues nada.
Qué bueno, ¿y cuáles son tus expectativas para esta noche?
Bueno, primero que todo me encantaría pues conocer cómo es el proceso, conocer cómo se maneja, conocer a las personas que asisten, a los caballeros, que me han comentado que son bastante caballerosos, bastante amables, entonces pues bueno, la idea es conocer.
Claro, además que ellos también llegan como un poquito nerviositos, con muchas expectativas igualmente, pero bueno, para eso estamos aquí, para orientarlos a todos un poco y que se sientan en confianza y con todo el apoyo del personal de A Foreign Affair. Gracias por confiar en nosotros. Bueno, Ana, y cuéntanos un poquito, tú, ¿cómo tienes pensado esa pareja ideal? ¿Cuáles son los valores que estás buscando en ese caballero?
Ok, bueno, me encantaría conocer un hombre que sea bastante caballeroso, responsable, honesto, alegre, que le encante bailar, cantar, disfrutar la vida, vivir al límite, pero sin salirnos de pronto de los esquemas. Sería genial, ¿cierto? Sería genial encontrar a alguien así hoy.
Oye, pero tienes muy bonita energía. Se ve que eres una persona bastante dinámica, bastante alegre.
Sí, realmente sí. Siento que soy como muy barranquillera, muy costeña.
Bueno, ¿y te gustaría irte a vivir fuera de Colombia o te gustaría quedarte acá si llegas a encontrar ese amor del extranjero?
Sería estupendo, pero podríamos viajar, conocer muchos países, ciudades, o sea, podemos ser nómadas, no necesariamente tenemos que quedarnos en un solo lugar.
Qué bueno. ¿Y tienes hijos o tienes proyectado tener?
Posiblemente podemos tener a futuro, pero por el momento no tengo y posiblemente más adelante.
Súper. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
27.
27. ¿Y qué profesión tienes? ¿Qué haces? ¿Estudias? ¿Trabajas?
Soy comunicadora social, tengo una empresa de redes sociales, de marketing, con influenciadores, manejo de branding, desarrollo de marca.
Qué bueno, emprendedora entonces. ¿Te gustan más las ciudades frías, cálidas, para vivir, tipo Barranquilla, o te gustaría mudarte hacia algo tipo montaña? ¿Cuál es tu mejor aventura?
Bueno, sabes que me encanta, o sea, soy costeña, me encanta la playa, la amo, pero me encanta la montaña también. Viví un tiempo en Bogotá y mi mood especial estar ahí, pero necesitaba también estar en la playa, entonces puedo estar en los dos. Amo, me encanta.
Bueno, eres bastante dinámica y bastante flexible y eso es sumamente importante porque no te cierras pues a esos nuevos mundos que puedas explorar. Qué maravillosa, Ana. Esperamos que esta noche te vaya súper genial, que con esa vibra puedas contagiar y puedas captar la atención de un caballero interesante. De verdad que sí, te deseamos muchos éxitos hoy, así que por favor dile a esos caballeros que te están viendo en este momento que Ana está aquí, que es barranquillera, que tiene sabor y que la están esperando.
Hola a todos, los estoy esperando, quiero conocerlos, así que hoy va a ser el día.
Bueno, maravilloso. Chao, chao, gracias.
Barranquilla, estamos con María Isabel, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, súper bien, muchas gracias.
Un gusto saludarte, bueno, 610-19-7280, ya saben, si la quieren contactar, ese es su ID. María es una chica súper hermosa, bueno, creo que tiene 2 años inscrita y bueno, es un perfil súper chévere, es atlética, le encanta ir al gimnasio, le encanta bailar. Cuéntame tú, Mari, ¿qué es lo que más te apasiona?
Bueno, te cuento que yo soy una persona súper espontánea, me encanta bailar, me encanta entrenar, me cuido mucho con la comida, soy ingeniera, también trabajo, tengo como esa doble faceta, me encanta ser súper responsable, pero también me gusta disfrutar y ser feliz, porque de eso se trata la vida, de ser feliz.
Eso que tú has dicho es muy importante, Mari. Y, por ejemplo, ¿te gusta viajar? ¿A dónde te gusta ir? ¿Te gusta el mar? ¿Te gusta más como un poquito las aventuras? ¿Qué te gusta hacer?
Te cuento que soy bastante multifacética porque me encanta el mar. No sé nadar, quisiera aprender, eso es uno de los propósitos de este año, pero también me encanta acampar, me gusta todo lo que tenga que ver con la naturaleza, con desconectarte porque lo necesitas para estar contigo misma, para tener momentos de privacidad sin la bulla de la ciudad, pero también disfruto de ir a bailar, de compartir con amigos, de ir a cenar. Entonces soy como de ambos lados.
Una chica aventurera, mejor dicho. Cuéntame un poquito, ¿sabes inglés? ¿Estás aprendiendo? ¿Cómo va esa cuestión con el idioma?
Me desenvuelvo bastante bien, puedo sostener conversaciones, tengo muy buen listening. De pronto al momento de hablar antes no era tan fluido, pero he ido practicando, me encanta escuchar música en inglés y eso me ha ayudando a desarrollar el inglés. Y no he estudiado como tal, solo lo del colegio, pero ahí nos defendemos súper bien.
No, maravilloso, Mari. Bueno, ¿vives con tu hermana, vives con tu mami, eres familiar? Cuéntanos un poquito esa parte.
Sí, bueno, desafortunadamente el año pasado el COVID tocó mi casa y es algo que cuento porque es una realidad y hay que cuidarnos y todo esto. Y me quedé solo con mi mamá y mi hermana. Y a partir de ese momento, si de pronto antes era una persona familiar, eso te enseña a valorar mucho más a tu familia, a no dejar para después las cosas que tienen que ver con tus papás, con tus hermanas, que al final de cuentas son los únicos que van a permanecer contigo, pase lo que pase.
Así es, eso que tú has dicho es muy importante. Y bueno, ya que estamos hablando un poquito de la familia, cuéntanos si te gustaría tener hijos, cómo te ves en 5 años proyectada.
Definitivamente sí, formar una familia siempre es un sueño. Primero porque para mi mamá sería muy grato, solo somos 2, entonces habría que agrandar la familia, ya mi papá no está, entonces obviamente a eso ella le generaría una felicidad inmensa. Y yo me quiero casar, sueño con casarme de blanco. Bueno, sí, me da hasta...
Eso con lo que soñamos, mejor dicho, todas las mujeres. Ay, Dios mío. Bueno, cuéntame, ¿te gustan los animales, los perritos, los gaticos?
Tengo una mascota. Llegó a nuestra vida, a nuestra casa de manera imprevista porque perdimos un ser querido y era de ella y la adoptamos y se ha convertido pues en una persona más en la familia. Nosotros creemos que ella nos escucha, que podemos hablarle y ella está súper atenta con nosotros, entonces sí, me encantan los animales. También tengo 2 loros en mi casa, bueno, son de mi mamá, pero el único nombre que se aprendieron fue el mío. Lo único que dicen es Isabela, entonces no sé.
Mi Mari, ¿cómo te describes tú como persona? ¿Cuál es tu característica más importante?
Soy una persona real, soy una persona que demuestra quién es desde el primer momento. No me gustan las mentiras, soy súper espontánea y te pregunto, no me importa de pronto si sientes que es demasiado rápido. Yo creo que es importante hacer las preguntas adecuadas en el tiempo que lo sientes porque ahí ya sabes qué va a pasar.
No, eso es muy importante, Mari. Y en ese hombre de tus sueños, ese chico ideal, ¿cómo lo buscas? ¿Qué piensas? ¿Cómo lo quieres? ¿Aventurero, que le guste el deporte o tú le enseñas?
Bueno, definitivamente en el camino se aprenden muchas cosas, pero primero que sea caballeroso, muy caballeroso. Y cuando hablo de caballerosidad hablo de estar, no importa con qué, pero estar así esté lejos, pero que se sienta. Segundo, que sea muy respetuoso y trabajador, porque yo soy una mujer independiente, desde pequeñita trabajo, desde que estoy en el colegio trabajo, y pues nunca he pensado en que me mantenga o en que me den dinero, pero sí trabajar en conjunto para alcanzar sueños.
Las metas, claro. Bueno, mi Mari, un gusto tenerte hoy con nosotros en este evento. Esperamos que pronto aparezca ese hombre de tus sueños. Ya saben, chicos, si quieren conocer a Mari, aquí está una chica encantadora. Su ID es 197280. Si le quieren enviar una carta, hacer una videollamada, aquí está esta bella mujer para ustedes. Chao, chao.
Estamos aquí en nuestra segunda noche de evento con Elsa. Su ID es 206499 y bueno, queremos que ella misma se presente.
Hello, I'm Elsa.
Oh, you speak English.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm Elsa. I'm 25 years old. I'm living in Barranquilla. I love the people. Okay, the men. There's love, trust.
Yeah, start. You go good.
Okay, gracias.
Continue.
Ok, soy estudiante de negocios internacionales y también trabajo en una empresa familiar acá en Barranquilla. Me gustan los hombres sinceros, amorosos, cariñosos, dedicados, comprometidos y estoy en busca de una persona así, que se comprometa, que sea aventurero, que le guste la familia porque soy alguien súper familiar y que esté dispuesto a hacer una familia pues conmigo.
Ok, Elsa, bueno, cuéntanos qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre. Ya Elsa nos contó mucho de las características del hombre que quiere compartir su vida, pero cuéntanos más acerca de ti. ¿Qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre?
Bueno, me gusta mucho leer, hacer un poco de deporte, no soy tan deportista, pero me gusta hacer deporte como correr o trotar. También me gusta mucho ver películas, sobre todo de acción y todo lo que tiene que ver con marines o policías norteamericanos, no sé, me llama mucho la atención eso.
O sea, ¿te gusta mucho Hollywood?
Sí, la verdad sí.
Es una fan de Hollywood.
Y también alguna vez ser una estrella de Hollywood.
Sí, ella tiene ganas de ser una estrella de Hollywood. Elsa, cuéntanos más acerca de ti. ¿Tienes hijos? ¿Quieres tener hijos en el futuro? Cuéntanos, ¿quieres una familia grande o una pequeña? Háblanos acerca de ti.
Sí, tengo una niña de 8 años y quiero tener más hijos, unos 3 o 4 quizá. Quiero tener la casa llena de muchos hijos porque me considero una persona muy familiar y que a mi esposo también le guste mucho tenerlos, estar con ellos encima, llevarlos, organizarles cumpleaños, comprar el pastel, acompañarme a donde mi familia, que no le dé miedo esos riesgos de hacer una familia súper grande.
Elsa, ¿te interesaría seguir viviendo aquí o tendrías algún inconveniente con mudarte a Estados Unidos? O sea, ¿dónde te ves?
Si estoy enamorada, me veo en el lugar donde esté la persona a la que quiero, sea aquí en Colombia, sea aquí en otra ciudad que no sea Barranquilla, sea en Estados Unidos, sea en China, sea en Japón, sea donde sea, yo me mudaría, no hay ningún inconveniente.
Bueno, Elsa, si sienten que Elsa es esa persona, no duden más en enviarle una carta, un regalo, porque de verdad es una de nuestras chicas maravillosas y les recuerdo su ID. El ID de Elsa es 206499. Que tengas una increíble noche, que disfrutes del social y bueno, un saludo para todos.